Hey everybody, Eddie J on crypto. Hope you had a great day. So I want to touch on a few things. We got a few things going on. Yeah, CPI, Ethereum, Mastercard, Walmart. Tennessee is in the news. Billionaire Bill Ackman. There was a DeFi hack. XRP versus the SEC or Ripple versus the SEC. Shiba Inu and their new metaverse announcement and skyrocketing coin prices. And Terra cutting a deal with a sports team. So let's get started with CPI. Previous to the CPI announcement, we had just been bouncing around. It was basically, mostly in the red, but really not enough to call it a dip. Just like I said, bouncing between certain prices for each of the coins that are out there, at least the ones that I'm invested in. Then we started looking at um, the CPI numbers, and they were not great. They were not great at all. But when the CPI numbers hit, crypto started going up. And I should have paid attention to this because this is not the first time it's happened. So crypto numbers started going up on the bad news, not sure why, but then they took a dip. So they were up high, they were up not high, but they hit the top of the bounce range that we're in right now, and now they've settled back down to the bottom of the bounce range that they've been in right now. So I think that's actually good for crypto because that means that crypto is maintaining a bottom and they've just got a resistance at the top that it needs to come through. So that's what it says to me. I think as people start to really weigh in on the numbers, and they get over the fact that we already knew that the Fed was going to raise rates in March. Now it's for sure they're going to raise rates in March. It's not a far jump. It's not. It's really not a far jump. So I'm not worried about it. I'm just waiting for the next increment. Remember what I said? I think that crypto technologies are going to ladder up the same way they laddered down. So that's what I'm paying attention to right now. I might be a little bit smarter and start to look at signs where, crypto is making money and I can pull out at that moment, take a little bit of a profit, put that away for the next dip and then buy back in on the dip. I've got to do more of that. Maybe shave off 10, 15%, right? Anyway, then you have Ethereum. Here's something really cool. Ethereum has passed MasterCard and Walmart to become the 25th largest asset in the world. Let that wash over you. Number 25 in the world, surpassing MasterCard and Walmart. That's really big news because that says that there's a lot more traction in cryptocurrency as a whole, right? Not just Ethereum, but crypto as a whole. There's a lot more acceptance and a lot more people interested in doing things, doing real things. So that's a big deal to me. So these are things that I'm paying attention to. And then I start to dig into the utility of each coin, of each crypto. So that's what I'm paying attention to. Then you have State House Representative Jason Powell of Tennessee, who has introduced a bill that would enable Tennessee, the municipalities and the counties of Tennessee, to actually invest in crypto technology. The other thing that it would do is it would set up a committee to actually study cryptocurrencies and blockchain. And I think that's a very big deal. I think that's right on the heels of Arizona trying to do what they're trying to do. So that's really good news. Then to piggyback on that, you have a lot of people in New York, a lot of blockchain and crypto technology resources in New York that want to leave New York. And the reason why, New York is not fun to deal with when it comes to crypto technologies. You can't get on FTX yet. You can't get crypto.com. These are two of the hottest exchanges that you can get. So that means you're stuck with Coinbase? Really? You can't even get Binance.us. So at what point does New York wake up and kind of go, hey, we need to, the same way we used to have Silicon Alley in New York, we could do that with cryptocurrencies if New York would just wake up and make it easier for people to deal with crypto technology within the state. And this is after Mayor Adams of New York City has accepted his first paycheck in crypto. So something else to watch out for. I'd love for Hochul to actually do something. I'd love for New York City to do something. I'd love for New York City to do something, like Miami coin. That for New York City, that would be huge, huger than huge. Then you have a major hack. Remember back at, a few weeks ago, I was saying that I was interested in learning more about DeFi and how I'd be able to do staking to make some money. And I really wanted to pay attention to that kind of staking where you're making like 400% returns on everything. Yeesh. Well, DEGO or DEGO, it's DEGO. We'll just call it DEGO. So DEGO Finance had their own address compromised. They had to call all the exchanges and decentralized exchanges to actually say like Uniswap, Pancake, and say, hey, don't handle any more transactions. We believe we've been compromised. So doesn't that make you take a step back and just go, whoa, that's something to pay attention to? And this is after Wormhole, after Meter and Moon River and all these people getting hacked. You take a step back and you start to say, okay, so let me pay attention to what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, and are they bright enough to not have been hacked, right? Because DeFi is relatively new as compared to other things, so you want to know who you're going to be giving your money to and how, and that's going to be a big deal. So we should be watching on how they handle this going forward. Like, how do they handle the spin? Do they make good? Was it their money? Was it just, what was it? Was it part of their liquidity pool or whatever? So how does it happen, right? How do they rebound from this? And then Ripple got some good news. They were able to give a reply. I think it's a special reply called a SUR reply, SUR dash reply. And what that reply was is it said, listen, we were an established coin. We were allowed to, as an established coin, we were allowed to do what we did. We weren't an ICO. So if we're an established coin, initial coin offering, so if we're an established coin and we did what we did, then what's your problem? And that's a very big deal. And obviously that is huge for the case, because now the judge is going to be looking at that and saying, yeah, what is your case, SEC? What did they actually do wrong? So going to be paying attention to that. And let me tell you something, I keep saying it, Ripple is a crazy, crazy fast blockchain. Crazy fast. So if Ripple sheds the SEC lawsuit, if they shed that, Ripple's going through the roof. No doubt. No doubt. I mean, truthfully, what's the most that could happen? They get hit with fines. So either way, it'll be done and it'll go through the roof. So I'm actually contemplating, getting back. I have a little bit of Ripple, but not enough to really take advantage of any kind of explosion that happens on that side. I do have some Ripple that I had when it was only 33 cents, maybe a little bit lower, but I want to see, maybe I should get in and see what happens after that. We'll get into everybody's numbers in a little bit. And then you have Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu announced their new metaverse play, Shiba Lands. And the coin for Shiba Lands is Leash, and Leash just blew up, just like that. So that's going to be something interesting to pay attention to, because Shiba Inu is proving that they're not a meme coin. They're a coin that actually has real utility, real projects, and people want to work with them. So that's going to be a very big deal. That's going to be a very big deal. And they're actually, I think they're the highest held coin in the Ethereum space. So that's a big deal. So there are things that I'm looking at with regard to that are going to make me go, shout out to what's his name? I forgot the guy's name who used to have that TV show. It'll hit me. But something else on the heels of, all of these deals with sports teams is Terra just cut a deal with the Washington Nationals. Obviously an advertising deal, right? Marketing deal. That's huge. What's really cool is that it also means that the Nationals didn't promise that they would accept cryptocurrency, but they did say they would consider accepting cryptocurrency at their ballpark. So that's kind of cool. Crypto technology started, touching mainstream, and it touching mainstream, and now you see it rolling down the hill, just picking up speed. All these cryptocurrency companies, doing, decentralized applications and DAOs and DeFi projects and all these different things that are going on that are beginning to hit mainstream. Apple talking about, hinting at, hey, we're willing to work with other digital wallets. Yeesh, that's a huge freaking ecosystem to tap into If Apple says, yeah, we're gonna be working with crypto and we're working with this one, this one, this one, this one, lights out. They do that, lights out. I mean, Apple getting into doing what they did yesterday, getting into that space. Who are they going up against? Clearly, it's Block, because Square has, blew up within the hospitality space, especially stores, small businesses. So Apple being able to say that you're going to do this you're going to be able to be a merchant on your phone, not need a second device like with PayPal. I have one. That's going to be a big deal. That's going to be huge. But it just goes more into how much mainstream is embracing crypto. And it's not just for young kids either. I mean, my mother is in her 70s and has crypto. So, and knows it and understands that we did an NFT. So it's kind of cool, but you start to pay attention to things. Anyway, we should probably take a look at the money, right? We should probably take a look at that. That's probably interesting to us. So here we go. The fear and greed index is at 50. It was at 50 yesterday. It's at 50 today. So we're still in a really, really bright spot. A few more pieces of good news that come out about crypto, and I think you can easily see that, start to get into the green area, which would be freaking awesome. Because when you get into the green, you're starting to see where market starts to pop. So that's something that we're paying attention to. Right now, things are still in the red. You're down 5.8% in Ethereum right now, possibly hitting 2,900 again. But again, I'm saying that you're bouncing. Bitcoin right here is at 42,978. But again, you're within a range. Right now, you're at the bottom of that range, but you're within a range, where cryptos are bouncing right now. So if you look at how everything's moved up and moved down, it moves up. It's hit a range, right? It hit a range just before this one, where 42 was that barrier, broke through the barrier. And now it hit another range where you've got 42 to like 45.5. That's another barrier. So you start to see, well, the ranges are going up. Like I said, I think crypto is going to, stair step up the same way it just stair step down. So it's for us to, pay attention to. Do I think that by the time March rolls around and the Fed rate hike happens, is that going to be something that I'm going to pay attention to? Yep. And why is that? Because it'll already be baked in. I think further decoupling of the stock market and crypto is going to continue to happen. I think it really, really is. Some people are saying, no, that's not going to happen, but I think it's really going to happen. I think it really is going to happen, because for you to pay attention to crypto, you kind of have to be up all night, right? So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be mad cool. And those are my boys playing around because my big boy just got home. Um, let's take a look at the coins. Like I said, you can see off that map from 360, they're mostly down. I mean, but you're within a range. You're within a simple range. Nothing's really, screaming. I mean, Matic has gone down a lot to buck 82. It was just at 201 when I blinked at it earlier today. So there's a range. So right now, you could get in right now and make a quick 20% when it jumps up again, or a quick 10% when it jumps up again. Why the heck not? You know. So I'm not doing that because I'm already at a certain point with Matic. Same thing with crypto, which is crypto.com. So these are things that I'm paying attention to, but none of these numbers are really scary. You know, 20% for Theta. I would have to find out what happened in that space. And my kids are so loud right now. Wow. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm also paying attention to winners and losers. So right now, obviously, the losers are beating the winners. Right now, that's what's going on. But I'm paying attention to see, well, who's in the losers column? Like you saw it just flip right there. Cadena is, I think, a good crypto project, and it's down 16%. I think that's something that could actually do well. Um, so do I want to get in now? Because I think it'll go up 20%, 30%. That's a strong possibility. So these are all things that I just pay attention to as I move through it. Let's see, stacks. This is the one that brought in um, real TVL for Bitcoin. So that's something I'm paying attention to. Is that something that could do something for me? It's down 9%. So is that an opportunity to do something? So these are things that I pay attention to. On the upside, you don't really have too much going on. I mean, the highest you have is Theta Network, who came in, like I said, at 1985. Um, but I'm really just paying attention to, are there any opportunities to do anything over here? And right now, I'm just holding. I'm just holding. We're within a space. There's nothing going on that's going to make me take a profit. There's nothing going on that's going to make me sell. Anyway, do your own research. That's how you're going to learn. And I'm gonna sign off because I want to go play with the kids because they sound like they're having fun. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the likes, and hit the notification bell so you find out the next time I drop a video. This is Eddie J on crypto. Have a great day. Bye bye.